Okay, everybody. This one is gonna be funny. I've been wanting to talk about this for a couple days now, because the second this showed up on my timeline, I was laughing for, I kid you not, 10 minutes straight. I'm joined here today with my good buddy Rince, and actually, I'm gonna let you take the lead here, Rince. I actually hadn't heard of Druski before he recently went viral for a string of stunts that he's done. So, like, do you want to explain what his background is, or, like, what his deal is? Because I didn't really know much about him until recently.
Well, to be totally honest with you, I don't really know much about him either, apart from, like, he seems to be this, like, you know, internet influencer comedian type. I think he got big off of, like, those, like, my introduction to him was the like, talent show thing, where basically it was kind of like, you know, like, the zoomy version of, like, America's Got Talent, you know, like, the internet streamer version of that. And I think, well, what was that guy who, like, role plays as, like, Miles Morales? The one with the really cringe, like, NPC animations that he does, like, IRL. Like, that's what I saw from Druski, and that's how I got introduced to his, like, whole thing.
It seems like he does a very wide variety of comedy content. Now, I'd never gotten this guy in my recommended before. Like, I'd never had him, he never ended up in my algorithm. And I hadn't heard of him, besides just occasional mentions, until recently, when he did this really, really funny skit. Druski, Proud to be an American skit. And yes, that is him.
Hell yeah, brother.
That is him right there. This is one of the funniest things ever. One of the highest effort instances of whiteface ever pulled off. And boy, does he pull that shit off.
Dude, so they need to give the makeup artist a raise. Like, dead ass.
His makeup artists are terrifying, bro. Alright, let's give this a watch.
Here's the love, here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah!
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Born in the USA. Born in the USA. Hey, Suanna.
She's not listening.
Hey, come up. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby.
6 o'clock.
Girl, you crazy now.
Bro.
So fucked. That's so fucked. He's pranking everybody with this character. Everybody's getting pranked.
Hey, Big Mom. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Good. All right, now.
I can't lie. Whiteface, when done, especially when done this well, like, the better it's done, the funnier it is. And in this case, it's done so well, I guarantee you none of these people know that he's a black guy. And that's what makes it so fucking hysterical. I love this video. This entire series is so goddamn funny.
Hey, you lost, boy?
No, I'm going to the race.
What race?
Not the
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
You ain't lost, is you?
No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
You sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Find something safe to do, boy.
You lost, boy. Dude, that's an actual line. That's, like, not even a meme. I'm from the South, I know. You know, there's been a few times I've been hit with that. And it's scary. Like, it's dead ass fucking... You lost, boy.
He's playing this character and having a blast with it, bro. He is having a blast with this fucking character. Oh my god, this video is so fucking...
You lost, boy.
If liquor don't kill us, pussy must.
He's drinking a monster. He's got the mannerisms of a redneck down so well.
Yeah! Woo! Bring on the troops, baby! Oh, that fucker will go. I see. Dan Arthur.
Ready to go in Denver.
Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Damn right. Proud to be a man.
Okay, this one of my chatters says I think blackface can be a little funny sometimes if done right, especially when you're not playing or saying an entire ethnicity has the same big lips and noses. Just my 2 cents. Well, yeah, like obviously, not, like when someone does blackface, it's always going to be, or almost always going to be for racist purposes. I think most people, most black people especially, are pretty okay with when Robert Downey Jr. did it in Tropic Thunder because, for one, the movie itself is just fucking hilarious, and a big part of the movie is the fact that he's an actor who is so up his own ass that he thinks he can character act as a black character in blackface, and it's not racist. Like, in the context of the movie, he is being racist by doing that. But they still pull it off where he's the butt of the joke hilariously, so most people are mad about it. So I assume that's, like, an instance where most people probably aren't gonna bat an eye. But for the most part, yeah, it's usually done by racist people with racist intentions. But this is obviously for the sake of pure comedy. And of course, this is how I became aware of him. Absolutely hysterical. But it gets better. Because just the other day, he went viral for doing the same thing. But this time, his makeup artist didn't turn him into any white person. They turned him into Erika Kirk.
The white person. She is the white woman.
This is called How Conservative Women in America Act.
Get on your feet!
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the...
Oh my fucking god.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve.
Okay. Rince, do you want to know the best part of this?
What?
You want to know what makes this so funny that I'm, like, actually, like, tearing up right now, and I'm, like, trying not to cry? This video went so viral. It is so... This video and the screenshots from it are so tied to Erika Kirk that it now tricked the AI. So now when you AI generate Erika Kirk, she looks like Druski.
Bro. No, but okay. But Druski's, like, makeup artist genuinely needs a fucking... Like, this is what caught my attention, is how good the makeup was. Like, if I took my glasses off, that deadass looks like Erika Kirk, like 1-to-1. Like, deadass. With my glasses on, you could fool me if I just woke up.
She's mad about it, and she's actively trying to make the AI image generation companies fix their algorithms so they don't generate Druski anymore.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're gonna get into that in a second after this video, because there's a lot that, individual. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay, hold on. I gotta lock in. Okay.
Mog.
You're a righteous God, and that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha.
Little white Pomeranian.
And Bella will have all organic pop cup.
Organic.
That is a cute dog.
Yes, everything
adorable, though.
organic.
Oh my, I didn't see this. I didn't.
7. Oh, are you good? 4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America,
This one.
especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the
Yo,
ones
the fucking stare.
who mattered most.
Get on your feet!
Bruh. Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
You have to admit, it actually adds to it that he doesn't just fuck with white people when he does this, because it's even funnier. It's even funnier when you know he's a black guy doing whiteface pretending to be a racist. And I'm pretty sure that guy, that security guard, they probably hired for this bit, who has no clue what's going on, did not know. Have you seen the Erika Kirk musical yet, Zan? There's an Erika Kirk musical? No, I have not. His fake tears are more genuine than Erika's. True! True. Yeah, we all know Erika Kirk killed Charlie Kirk. We all know. We all know.
I'm
We
pretty
all
sure
know.
it's a fact at this point.
Yeah. Now, as you can imagine, the right's reaction to this has been, well, about what you expect, to be honest. So I thought we'd go ahead and read an article about it. Has a pretty good title. Druski's Erika Kirk sketch exposes the right's cancel culture hypocrisy. If you're liking the video so far, make sure to drop a thumbs up on it, by the way. Help us claw our way out of algorithm hell in the Chud algorithm of YouTube, run by Chuds, for Chuds. Really does help a lot. Comment down below. What's your favorite Pokemon? Comment your favorite Pokemon down below. It helps a lot. But let's get into it, shall we? There's a genre of conservative media complaints so well worn over the last decade that it's practically Fox News host Greg Gutfield's middle name. The woke can't take a joke. In this telling, liberals are a confederacy of the thin-skinned, armed, with HR departments and blue sky mobs that are incapable of bearing even the mildest satirical ribbing without collapsing into a heap of triggered grievance. The right, they insist, is where the real funny people live now. If only. This week's controversy over comedian Druski's How Conservative Women Act sketch on social media once again shows that when the joke lands on their side of the aisle, right-wingers can be every bit as brittle, censorious, and melodramatic as the land acknowledgement left, demanding that you lose your job for wearing a sombrero on Halloween. In the 2-minute skit, Druski appears in full prosthetics. He sports a blonde wig, white suit, blue contact lenses, and a face painted white enough to full Grok, Elon Musk's own AI chatbot. That's true. Grok thinks that he was Erika. Like, if you ask who is this and then post Druski in the outfit, it says that is Erika Kirk, wife of Charlie Kirk. It's hilarious. Into identifying his character as Erika Kirk, the widow of the late Charlie Kirk and current CEO of Turning Point USA. The sketch, which is essentially White Chicks for the TikTok age, cycles through a mock press conference. If you guys don't know, White Chicks is a movie where I think it's two black detectives have to go into very in-depth whiteface as two white girls, two white chicks, for a police investigation. It's been ages since I watched that movie. I was like 8, so I don't quite remember, but that's the best I remember of it. Which is essentially White Chicks for the TikTok age. Cycles through a mock press conference on the Iran war, a faith testimony with a Bible in hand, and a drive-through order for an organic pup cup. It has racked up millions of views, and conservatives, never ones to let a good outrage go to waste, have acted as if Druski had desecrated Charlie Kirk's grave itself. Senator Ted Cruz pronounced the video beneath contempt. Conservative sports commentator John Root called Druski a despicable human being. Not to be outdone by Meghan McCain suggesting that some of you were literally birthed in hell. Overwrought? Sure, but also exquisitely ironic. A masterclass in doing exactly what the right accuses the left of doing every time Joe Rogan makes a trans joke. Consider the fact that multiple conservative outlets reached for the term whiteface to describe Druski's prosthetics, are earnestly borrowing the left's own racial sensitivity framework and running it in reverse. Now, to be fair, that he was doing whiteface, and that's kind of like a bit that Druski does, is the whiteface bit, but it's funny as fuck. Turn the music down. That was a swell in the music. It's over now, so not much of a point, but thanks. But yeah, like, what are your thoughts on this? That's the limit of the article.
I've been itching to fucking talk about this, and I'm so glad this article covered this, because yeah, it's just, I'm just kind of sick of it, man. I'm just kind of sick of the whole, like, hypocrisy. I mean, it's funny, too, because we're about to cover Elon in the next segment, I'm presuming. But, Elon, the right, the Twitter crowd, I guess even the manosphere, it's all legalized comedy, right? Legalized comedy. We can't make jokes because most of the people on the left are a bunch of pussies. They're a bunch of, snowflake, soy boy, like, whatever, right? And it's just, like I said, it's just super fucking ironic because every time we crack a joke, like, here's an example. Actually, I'm not sure if can I explain the Hiker Genuinely story on stream? I mean, it's kind of like Ethan's thing, but, like,
Yeah, sure.
do you want to? Okay, so basically, buddy of ours, Ethan, was in this, I don't remember what the server was, but it was some server with, like, I think, some YouTubers, and there was, like, one YouTuber that, like, Ethan and his other friend could tell was like a chud. You know what I mean? And basically, Ethan and his friend kept, to piss him off, they kept saying Hiker Genuinely, instead of, like, which, if you don't know, it's like a deviation of, like, Hi Genuinely, which I'm not even going to explain the origins of Hi Genuinely, but basically they kept saying Hiker Genuinely. Of course, then it became a running joke in, my circle, and, but basically it kind of kept annoying and pissing off this guy who, was right lenient, let's just say. And like I said, I find it very funny because do y'all remember when what was his name? I think it was Paul Pelosi got attacked in his own home with like a hammer or some shit.
Mhm.
And then
They were making so many jokes.
Yeah, and then there was the Democratic lawmakers, I think, that got killed in their homes, or maybe it was one or multiple. I'm not sure.
House burned down. One was kidnapped. Yeah.
Yeah, and the right was making all sorts of jokes about that, right? And it's like, okay, if you're gonna be the political aisle of, dark humor and comedy and whatever, okay, fine, wear that then, but be consistent, okay? Like, if that's gonna be your badge, and you're going to be like, you know what? No, we don't pull any punches. We're going to make fun of somebody if they die, if they get beat to death with a hammer, if they get, like, knocked over the head and, like, get brain damage and, like, literally, like, have to live the rest of their life impaired. We're going to make fun of that. Okay, you're going to be that crowd. Then be that crowd. Don't do the whole, like, rules for thee and not for me thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, you can't make jokes about us. You can't, like, fucking, especially after you pussies fucking spent the past 5 years bitching and moaning and complaining that, like, everybody on the left is a bunch of pussies who just want to take away your jobs, because you made a joke in, like, a Call of Duty lobby or, like, or on, like, a Twitter account or some shit. And it's like, well, y'all motherfuckers are doing the same thing. And I don't know if you know this, Zan, but this is actually interesting. So Erika Kirk, I don't know if, maybe you can pull up, like, the tweet or something. But Erika Kirk made a response tweet to the whole Druski bit and actually said some shit like, my makeup artists are, like, working on this right now or something like that, or, like, my makeup department. And I'm like, okay, then, like, because it's weird because I think she was trying to, like, play the victim while also being like, oh, I'm going to clap back with something equally as, like, crazy.
I think the implication is she's going to do blackface in response. I think was what she was implying.
Yeah, no, she's definitely implying that, but it's also like you can't go around playing the victim and then also be like, oh, and I'm gonna do blackface in return. It's like you can't, like, I don't know, you can't really do both. You know what I mean? Unless you're just genuinely being fucking racist, which I mean, obviously they are, but like, even if, like, giving them the benefit of the doubt, they're still retarded. They're still retarded. You know what I mean? Because like I said, they walk around with this victimhood and this just, like, I mean, that's what it is really is. I mean, that's the best way to put it. It's just this victimhood and this self-victimization of just constantly wanting to be, like, under attack, right? I mean, that's why the whole, like, right-wing party functions the way it does and how, like, Trump got elected. Is, like, everybody was gaslit and manipulated into thinking that they are constantly under attack, and the only way to stop being under attack and to fight back, is to vote for Trump and put him in office and put these, like, Republicans in charge and the government and all that. And look how that's working out. So, just typical MAGA Republican shit like usual, being a bunch of pussies. It's that simple.
Yeah, pretty much. They're hypocrites. Rules for thee, but not for me every time. And
Yep.
this just reminds me as well, a different, similar situation. Back during the 2020 election, there was this protest. I forget what, I think it was a BLM protest. And this old man, kind of looked like Joe Biden, was knocked squarely onto his back onto concrete by a police officer. And he immediately started bleeding out of his ear. And the right immediately jumped on to making fun of the guy. Even though it was just this old man who was just standing there. He wasn't doing anything. It was just an old man standing there who just gets shoved head first onto the sidewalk by a cop, and his ear starts bleeding, like out of his ear, like the ear hole. It was a really fucked up video, and the right was on top of it, immediately making fun of it. Hell, the jokes they've made about Brianna J., the 15, 16-year-old trans girl who was murdered, brutally murdered in the UK. They make jokes about her death to this day. They're awful people, and you make a joke about a widow, and now they're losing their mind. Don't ever give any ground to these people. They're all a bunch of bitches. Fuck conservatives, and tell them to suck your dick if they ever give you any flack for making a joke, because that's what they do to you if you ever did the same. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this segment, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps the channel a lot in the Chud algorithm. You know how it is. I appreciate it. Subscribe and ring the bell icon if you want to see more from me in the future. And of course, follow my social medias linked down below if you want to see more from me on other platforms. Particularly, I recommend you join my fan Discord if you want to be a part of my, the main hub of my fan base and community. It's also where I host events like watch parties and movie nights on a weekly basis, and there's a chat in there for you to recommend content for me to cover. So if you've got any content recommendations, any topics, news stories, or videos you want me to respond to, post them in stream suggestions in my Discord, join through the link down below, and if you really want to support the channel, drop a sub, a dono, or a gifted sub on the website if you want to support me a little extra and you can afford it, and you can also do the same through YouTube. Regardless though, I really do appreciate it, and as always, have a good one.